Yeah, my people. My people, good morning. My people, good morning. Come over. I need at least 5 people before I start. I need like 3 people to come over before I start. Yeah, I need at least 5 people before I start off. I need at least 5 people. Invite your people. I need at least 5 people before I start off. Yeah. You are welcome. Joe Mike, good morning. Chidbemo Biora, you are welcome. Okafor Henry, you are welcome. Ukolowe, I see you, I sight all of you. Yes. Yes, so, well, my people. What I want to talk this very morning, I'm not gonna waste your time. Just going to talk brief, and off I go. Yes. According to the picture you are watching on the screen, yeah, Buhari said that the World Bank should focus on the North. That all the money they are bringing to Nigeria, they should focus it to the North. All their helps, all their assistances, and all the rest of things they are doing, all the welfare, they should focus on the North. And when you go to social media, you see people lambasting Buhari, calling Buhari names, calling him and telling him all sorts of dirty words concerning such. And I begin to laugh people. People are watching things and seeing people on periphery. They don't think deep about everything. Come to think of it. This Buhari, let me tell you, for us to be sincere with ourselves, nobody will have somebody like Buhari as father and will not be happy. If me as a Biafra, if I have Buhari as a father, I will be happy because of what? He is thinking about his own first. He don't bother care about you that call yourself South, call yourself Igbo, call yourself Southeast, call yourself all this. He talks about his own first. That is how normal human beings does. I don't know who did this to us. When our brother Goodluck was in power, he was busy trying to solicit, trying to help, trying to modify, trying to attend to the needs of North, forgetting his own. Is he not a fool? Is he not a fool? He's weak and is a fool. The reason why he's weak is because he cannot look at all those guys he surrounded himself, all those Hausa Fulani people he surrounded himself with, and he look on their face and leave them and go back to east or west or anywhere to invest or to do anything first. But because he has surrounded himself with all these people that is more powerful than him, anything he does it to the North first. He built university to the North first. He does everything to the North first. Almajiri school to the North first. Financial support to the North, for everything to the North first. Allocation, money, their oil well and so on to the North first. That's what Goodluck did. Loads, infrastructures to the North first. And you left your own to decay. You left your own to rotting. And you are waiting for next 4 years. What a greedy and weak man. Just imagine Buhari. And all of you, we are crying. Everybody is crying. Well. You are crying up and down. Shouting because you don't have sense. Because you don't know anything. Because you don't have number 6. He does everything to the North first. But if we happen to have the opportunity, we'll be thinking about North again. When they said Zeke, okay, come to think of it from the leadership of this country. When they said Zeke was an Igbo man, Zeke came, he did not think about his own first. Aguilons came, he did not think about his own first. When Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, he said that Nigeria, it belongs to them. Sultan Osogo that put him that time, he said Nigeria belongs to them by Allah. And all of them, we are thinking about not first, not first. And since then, everything they are doing, all the efforts they are doing is all about not, everything not, until Buhari of 1980 something as I had. Buhari as of that time, he thought about not first. All the people that when he took over power, that we are not northerners, he jailed all of them. To the extent that I heard that he jailed the more than 100 years, I mean what? Just imagine that. And he left his brothers, even Shagari that was the president of that moment. He left him and he jailed the vice president for 90 years. Just imagine. He thinks about his own. If Buhari happens to be my father, I'll be very, very glad. Because he will think about me first. He will think about me. Everybody thinks about himself first. Charity begins at home. Let's be sincere with ourselves. When Buhari won election, he went to the whole world and he told them the open truth. They call it sun truth, the loof truth, on top of the whole world, in front of CNN, in front of the highest media outlet in the whole world. He told them that 97%, who are the 97%? Not my people, Fulani Hausa, first. And since then, he has been implementing it. So, I cannot behave Buhari. Because if I have father of his caliber, I'll be very, very glad. I'll be very, very happy. I'll be very pompous. I'll be very, very courageous. Because of what? He thinks about me first. He gives me sense of reasoning. He gives me courage as a father. You get it? One good rock that we called our own, we suffered, we hustled as our own, get into power. He left us and he was thinking about the same north. The same north, for God's sake. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. So, anybody that is crying about Buhari, this and that, let me tell you, Buhari, nature just produced Buhari so that the people that know themselves as Biafra should work harder. And think about their own first. Get your freedom and live here. Because in the next 100 years, whether you continue to cry till kingdom come, my brother, my sister, you can never get anything. Continue to cry. You see how people that cry, how it is to them. Once you cry, they will come after you. Because you cannot remove their mouth from the breast they are sucking. You can't remove their mouth from the breast they are sucking. These people that say that they are south, they are this and that, you are deceiving yourselves. You people, you are all southeasterners. Go and check map. You are never any south. You are south by brainwashing. You are south by your foolishness. You are south by subjugation. You are south by illiteracy. You are south by I don't know what I even qualify people as. Anybody that open his mouth and say I'm a southerner. You can call yourself that you are from Ibibio. You can call yourself an Ugodi man. You call yourself, you identify yourself by your tribe. All of you are typing on social media, talking but have you? I'm sure that most of you are educated. Have you in the cardinal point of this cardinal point in geography? See where they write south. Where is south? Next thing they will tell you, they say we don't want to belong to Biafra. Where do you want to belong to? If you don't want to belong to Biafra, where do you want to belong to? You want to belong to Northerners? Who did this to my people? What is going on? Anyway, by the way, anybody that wishes to hear, let him hear. Anybody that wishes to understand, let him understand. But what I'm saying in effect is that if I have Buhari as my father, I'll be very, very glad. I'll be very, very courageous. I'll be very, very brave. I'll be very, very proud as the son of Buhari because he talks about me. He thinks about me. Even now there is this allegation of not Buhari. Yes, I believe that it is not Buhari. I believed it. And there is evidences and proof that this is not Buhari. Yet, the same person they clone, the same person they brought for to represent Buhari, yet is dancing to the tone of Northerners. of Hausa Fulanis that put in there. So my people, that is all I want to say. But I will not conclude by not mentioning about Biafra, forthcoming election. The forthcoming election is an obligation, is a duty that we all of us, all good and right-thinking people from Biafra land, all Biafrans must obey. We must obey it. We must respond to that call. We must respond to that call. We must not come out on that day. We must remain indoor. From Anambra to Delta State, to Ebonyi State, to Enugu State, to Akwa Ibom State, to Rivers State, to Bayelsa State, to Imo State, everywhere must lock down. Everywhere must lock down on 18th. Before 18th, go and gather your foodstuffs that you are going to take on that very Saturday, because that day is Saturday. Thank God today, that day is public holidays at the same time. You don't have anything to do than to stay back home and prepare the best dish. Just take that place, that day as a celebration day, and make that day for your own family. Take that day to celebrate and enjoy with your family. Sit back at home. Sit back at home. Don't come out. These people are desperados. Obiano, all of them, they are desperados. They are not for me and you. They are not for me and you. They are for their own pocket. They are for their own colonies. They are for their own people. They are for their own families. They are for themselves. If not, they're too desperate. Why are they entering Keke here and there? Why? If they are really there to serve me and you, why are they too desperate? Why is Obiano and wife too desperate to rule? If really they are serving, they want to serve. If really that these people want to serve you and me, why are they too desperate? We have to show them that we are not slaves. If they are slaves to Hausa Fulani, if they are slaves to anybody, to any region, if they are slaves, if they think they are slaves, we, the new generation, we are not slaves. After all, the leadership of this country, when they started, none of them is up to 40 years. None of them was up to 40 years. And all of them, we are ruling this country at will, the way they wish it. And since then, if not the gullibility of this country, of these people or youth of this country, how will the same people of last almost half a century or more than half a century have been ruling you up to date at their old age? At their last days, they are still ruling you, and you people are hailing them, baba, this and that. That is horribleness. That's why Nnamdi Kanu was crying about the standard of education in this country. The standard of education here is very, very poor, in a way that after going to school, you will not have self-esteem. You will not have yourself. You will not know what you went for. You will not even qualify for anything. That's why army. That's why they are using army for immunization. That's why they use army to do police work. That's why they use army to do road safety work. That's why they use army to do whatever they want to do. Because army has their gun and they can shoot at will. And if you refuse any of their bargains, they will deal with you. And they are using army for all those things. And those ones that say that they educated, they are that and that, they are staying back at their wife's house, wife's bed, grumbling and murmuring without any action. Can you see that? So, for us to be free from this bondage, we have this call of Anambra boycott of election is an obligation. It's a duty that we have to reckon with. We have to abandon it. We have to show them that we are whom we are. We are the people of old. We are Biafrans. We are the most strong people in this very part of the world. Yes, that's the call we have to make. Thank you and God bless you all. God bless you.